Hey, Nick. I'm about to go on the biggest date of my life. Trinity and myself will be going from Las Vegas to North Carolina, some 2,200 miles in 3 days. But before we head there, we'll spend some time in Las Vegas and enjoy the Sema Auto Show.
Overlander is presented by General Tire. Anywhere is possible. In association with Patriot Campers. And in part by Magpul, Apparel and Hard Goods. Equipped. Warren, Go Prepared. CBI Off-Road Fabrication. MaxTrax, Take the Easy Way Out. Icon Vehicle Dynamics. And the power of Red Arc.
The Sema Auto Show right now. We're gonna run in and meet up with Justin at Patriot Campers. The Tundra Trinity is on display here. That's our big show vehicle for this year. And we'll go check that out, but I'm also gonna go walk around and kind of see all the different vehicles and what's going on. If you're unfamiliar with Sema, as I am, it's like the highest production vehicles in the world, all are shown here.
SEMA 2018, Patriot Campers are back this year. We've got Trinity on the booth. We're launching P-Core here at SEMA. First time anyone in the United States has actually got to see it in a show environment. Got the X1 here, X2's on display. The overlanding scene is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. We've been coming to SEMA now for 3 years, and it's amazing to look around and you see how many rooftop tents and sets of MaxTrax, and you know the overlanding is really taken over SEMA, and it's a really exciting time to be part of this industry.
I thoroughly enjoyed the Sema Auto Show, but now it's time for Trinity and I to hit the road. So today, leaving Las Vegas right now, got 2,199 miles to go to get to Overland Expo East, which is in North Carolina. So we got the Tundra fueled up, got the blue trailer back for the Patriot guys. We are going to be flying down there to meet up with the rest of the Expedition Overland team. The first part of our journey is over. We pull off at Asheville, North Carolina to go to Overland Expo East. If you've never been to an expo before, they're a great place to meet fellow travelers, gear junkies, and overall, just some good company.
We're at Overland Expo East checking out a bunch of cool new stuff, and we have our booth set up here, talking to people that watch the show. It's a lot of fun. It's cool to see that people actually watch our show, and people tell us what we can do better and what they like. And we're gonna go talk to some people. We're going to do part of the Trans-America Trail on the way home. We all just kind of realized that none of us have done any research on the trail at all. I just downloaded the tracks a couple of days ago. We have really no idea what we're getting into. We're going to go talk to a few people and see if we can find out some information, get some details on trail conditions and what might be some cool stuff to go check out.
We run into this lovely couple who has done the Trans-America Trail. We picked their brains to see how much of the trail we can get done in our limited amount of time.
On a limited time, I would move on to like the Western Tennessee area. That's when you're going to get a lot more of the off-road stuff. East of there, you're still in a lot of paved roads, a lot of just back highways and things. Beautiful, but it's a lot of switchbacks. It's a lot of, instead of going straight to you, I'm going left, and then I'm going to go right. So it winds a lot.
I think our only other question, chainsaw.
Yeah.
Yes.
Chainsaw, yes.
I would,
Chainsaw, yes.
yes, because you will come across down trees.
Yeah.
Okay. It turns out that the chainsaw did not get packed. I don't know who was responsible for packing the truck, but it was somebody that was driving the truck that drove the truck here. Maybe it was their responsibility.
Do you have a chainsaw?
I do not have a chainsaw.
Do you guys have a chainsaw?
No chainsaws here.
I packed the truck in Bozeman. I did not pack a chainsaw.
Well, it was a epic, so to speak, weekend at Overland Expo East. We all bonded through this one. There was a few years ago, there was Snowpocalypse, and this one was, I don't know, Mudpocalypse. It was, yeah, we're all brothers and sisters now after surviving this one, so we're all survivors. And a new change is happening today, part of the vision growth of Expedition Overland. I'm not going on this trip. I'm headed home to go hunting with my boys and put a little family time in. Good luck, guys. Have fun. Get into some trouble. We'll see you on the other end.
Ryan and I head to the airport to pick up Richard and Silas. They'll be joining us for the rest of the trip home, the 7 days back cross-country to Bozeman, Montana.
How's it going? How's it going? Good to see you, buddy.
This should stay pretty entertaining. Richard, Silas, and Ryan have never actually met before. I'm kind of excited to see how these three get along.
Where are we? I just every single episode is Richard having no idea what's going on. So we're in North Carolina.
Yes.
We have to make it to Bozeman by when?
Saturday.
Saturday. What day is it today?
So we've got
7 days.
7 days-ish. Including today.
No, wait, sorry.
Including today.
Like six and a
6
quarter
days.
days. The Transamerica Trail really starts off the Atlantic and goes cross-country to Oregon. But we'll be starting in Asheville, North Carolina. From here, we'll have 6 days to make it to our dropout point in Colorado. We won't be doing the whole trail because we've been told the snow in the mountains will be impassable this time of year. For today, we push deep into Tennessee's night and set up camp and wake to a rainy morning.
I like it when it's raining, and I just keep going back to sleep, hoping that by the time I wake up next, it stops raining. But it didn't happen today.
So we forgot our water, and God answered our prayers. We have plenty this morning. May not be in the form that we wanted it, but
Did you want to see what we survived on last night? We planned well in advance, and didn't fill up the water tanks in either of these vehicles, but we had Perrier. Just a little bit. I think it's been collecting off the Grabber AT though, so that's rubbery.
I'm like the second camera guy, like Nathan 2.0. I'm also here to make sure we have enough water. I'm kind of failing at that job because we're all super dehydrated and probably going to die.
With the clouds tucking us in, we decide to make a push into Counce, Tennessee, where we have a lead that we might get to meet the man behind the trail. Legend has it, he's 80 years old and still rides his motorcycle to map out the trail.
Hey Sam, how's it going? With all the weather that is around, we're probably just gonna hit the highway a little bit because we're having trouble filming much. Is this evening okay for you, or is that too short a notice?
I'll be here.
We travel over and meet up with Sam at ground zero of the TAT. People like Sam are why we go overlanding, meeting the community full of friendly people and folks who just want to show you around their neck of the woods. Sam gives us the opportunity to check out his map room and explain his process for creating the trail. He started by using paper maps only, for at that time there was no GPS available.
I physically write down the longitude and latitude like this, and then I measure, and then I physically measure the miles between turns. I do it by hand, and then when I get back home, I have to build this road chart, and that's what takes a lot of time.
Yeah.
I have to enter all this into the computer and get it printed. And it comes out. It just really evolved out of me wanting to find new and different places to ride. I was living in central Mississippi, and there was a lot of dirt and gravel roads there. And so I said, well, I'm just going to start piecing these together. It came out good, And then I said, well, I'm going to see if I can go west. And then I just kept on going, Arkansas, Oklahoma. And a couple of years later, I was at Pacific Ocean. Now, I started in 1985. We figured it was, what, 30-something, 35 years?
33 years?
33 years ago.
Dang.
And I'm still adding on to it now. I've had some comments that really surprised me. A couple of guys that I know, that they're real accomplished dual sport riders. They've ridden a lot of stuff all over the world. And they came in one day and said, Sam, some of your stuff is the best I've ever ridden. And boy, that just made my day.
Nice.
Made my day right there. So that's what it's all about. And I got it now up into, when you get to Oregon, you can go into Idaho, Wyoming, South Dakota, and then Minnesota, and Wisconsin, Michigan, Ohio, and then back down to West Virginia. And that'll be a complete circle around the United States.
Yeah.
So you guys want to eat, or is it too early?
Let's go eat.
Go eat?
Yeah.
It's good. Yeah, sounds good.
I'm gonna do that.
We settle in at Sam's favorite diner, a rib and chop house of a place. And it's always fun to see where the locals like to go.
Good. So good.
After camping at Sam's for the night, we take off for the first part of the Mississippi TAT.
I'm gonna get on the TAT. We're gonna ride it for the pavement for 2 or 3 miles, and we're gonna get off. Okay. So we get down here, we're gonna be on the TAT.
Okay.
We're in northern Mississippi on the TAT, and this road is just a county road. It doesn't have a lot of maintenance. There's a few houses on it, and I found it by just buying detailed maps and looking at the maps and finding the roads and kind of building them and putting them together. And it's just a nice place to ride. It's a perfect, almost perfect dual sport riding.
The trail was originally designed for dual sport bikes, but it can now be completed with a 4x4 vehicle as well. Just be prepared for a little Mississippi gumbo along the way. So this is going to be our parting spot with Sam. We traveled with him out here for about an hour or so. It's been great traveling with Sam. He's obviously our oracle on this adventure. And we've learned a lot from him along the way, but we're going to go ahead and make him a sandwich here and send him off on his way. He's got more maps to send up today. He's got more emails to do. This is like his full-time job. He's working on this trail right now. So
Great guy, really has put a lot of effort into this, and you can tell he really cares about the trail, and it's really inspiring for him to see other people do it. And he really has put a ton of time and effort scouting this thing out, making sure all the roads are good, fun roads, you know, and he takes all these other things into consideration too, as far as hotels and gas and places to work on a vehicle.
what Sam has accomplished will be a part of overlanding history forever. He's undoubtedly inspirational, and an icon and a founder of the style of travel we now call overlanding. We push through into the night, leaving Mississippi behind and crossing into Arkansas. In the morning, we wake up to another surprise. Morning. We're in Arkansas, and we're gonna make some breakfast and talk about how to make breakfast out of your camper trailer, or just out of your camper in general. Right, Ryan? Right. And it involves first having the right hose to your stoves. Which is my fault, because I think I grabbed the wrong hose.
There's always the Waffle House.
There's always the Waffle House. This is typical. It seems like when we cook a lot, things like this happen.
Stuff doesn't work. Maybe we'll see if we can warm up this regulator.
That does not look right to me.
It is fine. It's fine, Silas. We can monitor the temperature, make sure that it doesn't get above the flashing point for the propane, and we'll be fine.
We're gonna make egg beaters. Stove didn't work, so now we're gonna make oatmeal. That's probably correct.
After further investigation, we realized that our propane tank is out of propane, adding to the list of misfortunes we've already had along the way.
Well, you can just drink these raw out here.
Oh,
That's
really?
true.
Yeah.
Rocky.
Has anybody seen Rocky?
And I'm going to make guacamole toast.
There you go.
How are you gonna toast the toast?
I'm just gonna put it under the exhaust.
By early afternoon, hopefully, we're in Oklahoma, and then going to check and see if we can find some cool stuff to see in Oklahoma. Oklahoma, as far as the Trans-American Trail, is pretty cool, but it's just a lot of bottom and gravel roads. So kind of see what there is to see. Maybe get as close as we can get to New Mexico, Colorado by this evening. So
Ooh, yeah, Colorado, here we come.
here we come.
Oh.
They're getting worse and worse.
Arkansas trails. Go. Fun. Silas.
Expansive.
Richard.
Muddy.
Is it claustrophobic?
Claustrophobic. It's thinking the same thing. It's really tight. Like there's trees everywhere. But when we got over those like little pinnacles, you could like see the expanse and like the rain and the mountains and that sort of thing. It was really pretty.
Well, the last little bit of the trail has been really fun. Super fast, dirt roads, really beautiful. And all of a sudden it really tightened down here in this last little section, and been getting into a lot of mud and mud leaf mix, which can be fairly challenging to drive through.
I got soaked.
Really?
That's why you don't get your boots at Expo.
We rounded out the trail in Arkansas. It wasn't the hardest, but it was fun to get the four-wheel drive on just for a little bit. We will now dive deeper into the back roads of the Midwest, the heartland of America.
We're in Oklahoma.
We're in Oklahoma.
We're back on the trail.
We are.
What are we gonna do?
We're gonna drive through Oklahoma
On the TAT.
on the TAT
As fast as
partially
we can. On our way to Colorado.
on our way to Colorado.
I'm a little partial to the Midwest, being as that is where I was raised. Sometimes it's hard not to deny the beauty of a flat, open space. As the sun dips into the horizon, we'll kind of slip into our surroundings and forget about our day-to-day routines. With the scenery constantly changing, we decide to push on into the night. I think that's how you know when you've settled into a trip, when it feels good just to keep on moving. It'll be another short night for us, but that's all right. Where are we going, guys?
Towards Texas.
Towards Texas, right above it, that little crest in Oklahoma.
Where we're trying to get to?
New Mexico. Gonna go through a few mountains in New Mexico today, so it should be a lot of fun.
And then what?
And then into Colorado.
And then
face the snow.
Colorado.
What's in Colorado?
Deep sigh. More mountains.
Aspen.
It's closer to home. I hear beautiful women instinctively flock there, like the salmon of Capistrano.
Where the beer flows like wine.
I've never been to any of, never been to Oklahoma, Arkansas, New Mexico, have been to Colorado. So, looking forward to getting back to Colorado. Yeah. Want to go get some coffee?
Yeah, let's go.
Starbucks.
Today is going to be a day of miles, although we do try to stop and smell the roses when we get a chance. I think on this trip, we're all learning how great Trinity is. She seems to be right at home in this long-distance touring style of travel, keeping us all comfortable and, for the most part, happy.
If you talk too loud that you can hear you, and they blow away into the sky. So you gotta be quiet when you're getting to look at, he's hearing me right now. I gotta go get him. Hey man, yo. We've been on the official Trans-America Trail all the way through New Mexico, and it's been quick. Only took a few hours. Really fun roads, quick roads, and looks a lot different than Oklahoma does, that's for sure.
I feel like I'm one with the culture now.
That's Campbell's chunky soup that you're eating.
No, but the tortilla offsets it. It's actually wild Thai.
Christmas tree ornaments, you know, you buy them in stores, but this is where they're grown. Out here, in Colorado or New Mexico. New Mexico. Check it.
Feliz Navidad.
So people come here, pick these, bring it to your local Walmart, and you buy them. For you.
Fresh off the tree.
Let it shimmer in the sun, mate.
Within a few miles, the desert turns to pine forest as we drop into Colorado. The end is near, and it's nostalgic and exciting, all wrapped into one. I think it's safe to say, for a few guys who hardly knew each other to begin with, that we'll be pals for a very long time. But in the end, that's kind of the point of all this anyways.
Got our first glimpse of some actual legit mountains, like above tree lines, no caps. That looks pretty sweet. Seeing that for the first time after coming from the south.
Smart choice. Nailed it. Nice. So fuzzy.
They're preparing for winter.
I am very much looking forward to getting to the mountains.
I think the only reason Richard is looking forward to getting to the mountains is because he wants to go. Because he's sick of us.
I am not sick of you guys being company.
We left Expo, went all the way on the trail as much as we possibly could in the time that we had to Colorado. And Colorado is our breakoff point where we head back north into Montana.
I'd never been to North Carolina, New Mexico, Oklahoma, Arkansas, or Colorado, so it was all new to me.
It was a fantastic time. Even though we have to cut up north and we're missing the west side, that's okay because we're gonna save that until next time. because I am stoked to head to Utah with these guys if I get invited back. Please invite me back.
It's really cool that Sam was able to put this whole trail together and have a, primarily off-road trail coast to coast. We haven't hit a section of trail that wasn't open, that wasn't as advertised, and it was a really fun trail to run. Nothing was too hard, nothing was too technical. We just really had a good time.
The parts of the Transamerica Trail we completed was nothing short of a great adventure for us. It fulfilled a lot of our basic goals: new landscapes, new folks, and a deeper sense of friendship within our group. We highly recommend this trail to anybody. Just grab what you got and give it a go. You'll figure it out along the way. And if you'd like to check out the trail, download the maps like we did, go to transamtrail.com. And for the record, we never needed a chainsaw, but maybe you